everyone, welcome back to Let's Play with Fire. I'm Fire Princess, and today we are playing with the Clarke family. They are nobles, so they are of the upper crust of Sapbury. Let's get started. First of all, you'll see here that Giles is just removing his funds from his bank. He actually had 12,000 simoleons that he stored last round, so he's just removing that back out. One thing you'll notice about Giles is he is engaged to Catherine, and we know Catherine from the Chapman family. He's got 2 chemistry with her, he's in love with her, he is set and ready to go. The reason for the rush for their marriage, as you can see, is that Catherine is very pregnant. Her father, Arnald Chapman, actually arranged for that to happen, and you'll see just that giant family tree here. So Arnold's making sure his eldest daughter is getting taken care of appropriately. Giles, as a reminder, he has a daughter already from our casseroles. Her name is Eleanor, and she actually just became a child. We're just arriving onto the New Day church lot. I totally forgot Giles wants to throw a party, and I didn't do it. We'll do an after party at their place, since I meant to do a wedding party, and I just was too excited to get them here and totally just ignored it. But let's go ahead. There are some people on the lot who could witness this wedding for us, so we will go ahead and have them just get married. Let's get started. Oh my gosh, look at Eleanor's little... Oh my goodness. Oh, it matches perfectly with her flowers. Oh. That is the cutest thing ever. Meadow is like in the worst spot. Meadow, you're in the way. There we go. Rushing the wedding so that they can actually have a baby in wedlock, and oh, she got a bad memory for it. She's a romance sim, Catherine is, so her getting married and having to do all that kind of thing is not her preference. Who all witnessed this? Let's see. Oh, Isabel was here, and Joseph, ooh. One of the knights is out and about looking for Gable, I'm sure. I really like this black dress. Sandy, good job. Since the Clarkes are nobility, they get the nicest wedding cake that there is. It's, looks way better than a lot of the other ones we have for the lower classes. Cut that delicious looking cake. Oh wow, even the inside, it's like some sort of like, I don't even know, chocolate? Oh, Eleanor's gonna sit with her dad, okay. I like that, that's cute. Alright, the after party is on. Made sure to get Arnald Chapman here since he's the one who pressured this wedding to happen as soon as it did. Let's go ahead and chit chat with some people. Peter's being silly. We'll have her come talk to her dad. She'll be like, look, you happy? I got married. I didn't like it, but I'm here. Oh man, they're gossiping about her older brother's terrible party. Eleanor just turned off the music. She's like, nope, we're done. We're done with this harp. It's enough of that. So one thing with Catherine, just because I thought about it, she only needs to age 3 more days because we played 2 days with her in the Chapman household when we played that family this round. So, oh, they're no longer best friends. She's got to talk to Alan. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn off her aging on the last 2 days of this round just because she's already aged that bit when we were with the Chapmans, if that makes sense. I just don't want her age to be out of sync. I'm gonna have Catherine just go to bed. She needs a bit of a nap. It's been a long day. She's tired. Let's just let her go do her thing. It's Midsummer's Eve today, of course, so we don't have any sort of work or school or anything like that. But I think one of the things we'll do this round is we will actually follow Eleanor to the cloister so that we can see what her schooling looks like. Merchants and up can have their children go to school, so I want to make sure that we're seeing some of that as well. Wants to pull a prank on Arthur. Let's do it. I don't know if Arthur will appreciate that, but okay. Joy buzzer. Oh no. Oh, he liked it. Okay, good. Yay, we had a good time. We've made it to day 2, but I just had to show you guys. So when Catherine woke up this morning, she rolled a want to befriend Eleanor. So yay! I'm so excited about that. I was hoping that she would want to get a little bit closer to her stepdaughter, and she does. So we will work on that today. But first, let's go ahead and get the random occurrence scenario done. Actually, side note before we roll, for next round, so we only have a couple more families before we're done with the summer round, and we will officially be through an entire year in Sapbury. That's super exciting, but I wanted to let you guys know for the next year for Sapbury, I'm going to add in some more things for each of the random occurrence scenario categories so we can expand it a bit more. Some of them have a lot of options, like family's got a lot, social standing has a lot, disease, but miscellaneous, for example, has only 4 things. So if we roll miscellaneous, we tend to get a lot of the same scenarios that happen. And I just want to add a little bit more variety for you guys. I know some of you had mentioned if we could do that, and I definitely don't mind expanding on the random occurrence scenario that we already have. So just a heads up, that will be for future episodes. We just have a couple more rounds where we'll keep the same old random occurrence scenario because I do like this one. Anyway, 7 categories. Let's roll our D8. 2. So 2 is family. Ooh. There's 7 categories in family, so let's see which one we get. 4. Broken betrothal. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna re-roll because that one doesn't really work because we literally just got them married. If we rolled it yesterday, it totally would have counted and they would have broken up and she would have had a baby out of wedlock and But in this scenario, it doesn't fit anymore. We're gonna just re-roll everything all together. So let's roll a D8 again to see what category we get. 1. Financial. There's 6 options there. We'll roll a D6. 1. Win small inheritance from a dear departed relative. Add to funds D100 times 10. Okay, so let's do that. Our D100 is 6, so they got a whole whopping 60 simoleons from a dearly departed relative. All right, a little bit more money for them. They're obviously hurting for money. Well, with that random occurrence scenario roll, that was quite the difference in options there, but that's okay. I think we should have, let's see, so it's a work day today for Giles, so he'll be dealing with a lot of the gemstone cutting and that sort of thing, but I don't think we'll start off with that right away. I want to show you guys the mining lot just for anyone who might not know. They can kind of see it and see how it works. And then the rest of the time, we'll do some gem cutting. The Clarks own the high-end mining lot, which is basically just this big old lot with a bunch of different items, or different rocks that they can mine here, a bunch of different ore. Basically, Giles gets help from local peasants to mine the ore for him, and he's only here to collect the ore so that he can start smelting this into gems, basically. So he's got a lot of stock already because when we played the Redwood round last time, we got to see that, basically, them collecting the stock for him. So today's just kind of more of an example of the kind of stuff that he does, the way that he gets his gemstones. But the rest of today and throughout the rest of the week, he's just going to be converting all of this into an actual profit for him. One thing is the gemstones, if they are left out on a shelf, they start to appreciate in value, and so they're worth a lot more money. So that's what Giles likes to do, is he'll smelt it and everything, and then wait until the end of the round to actually sell all of his gems that he's made, so that it's worth even more money than had he waited. Let's go ahead and meet Catherine and Eleanor. They're gonna go to probably the park today, so we're gonna meet them over at the park because I want them to bond a little bit since Catherine wants to be friends. So let's go ahead and switch over to them while Giles does boring stuff here. You know, I think as someone as pregnant as I am, I should probably try to get some rest. I think I'll pass this time and stay at home. What? I'm thinking she must be soon, like she might be having her baby soon, and that's why it's not letting her leave. I guess she's not gonna go and hang out with Eleanor at a park. They will just hang out at home. Side note, when Giles got back from his little trip, he rolled a want to have a baby. So we're locking that one in since he will be having one shortly, apparently. I want to try this. So I got the macrotastics and I want to see kind of how that works. So we're gonna say the macro socialize and see what happens. Do you guys use macrotastics? Let me know in the comments if you do, because it's been kind of cool so far. So it looks like it's just a lot of chatting that they do with the macro socialize, which is fine. They'll hit friends in no time. Ooh, they're about to be friends actually. Come on. They're talking about babies. Oh, it's so appropriate right now. Yes, alright, there we go. Oh, and she wants to be, okay. And she wants to be best friends with Eleanor. Aww. Yes, yes, you will. You guys will actually hang out maybe once you're not, once you're not so pregnant anymore. But they have some need stuff they need to do, so let's go ahead and take care of that. And if she ends up having her baby, we will jump to that. Oh gosh, guys, here it is. It's happening. She didn't even make it all the way to the bed. Oh man, I need to get my randomizer up for the names. Ah. Oh, okay, it's only one. It's only one child. Oh, let's see. Baby girl. Oh, it's gonna be a little baby girl. Yay! Alright, let me get my randomizer up. Alright, and the name I got is Florence, so let's go ahead and put that in here. Florence. Oh, meet Florence Clarke, hanging by her mom's tummy. We are on day 3. Little Miss Eleanor's waking up here. She's actually got fat. I think I've been feeding her too soon, like having her eat, and she's been having this like delicious turkey meal, so it's like this really fulfilling meal when she's like not very hungry. She does want to work out though, so I will have her do that, so hopefully we can get her back to skinny. But for now, everyone's just kind of waking up, doing the usual morning routine stuff. It looks like Giles felt like looking out the microscope, or the telescope today, so he's looking out that. Oh, he's spying on the taxman. That's probably not the greatest idea there, Giles, but he's up and getting ready. Catherine stayed up pretty late taking care of Florence, so she'll be sleeping in a bit this morning, but let's peek a little bit at what Giles is doing today as far as making gemstones. He's just going to be doing gemstones because he has so much inventory from the redwood round that I don't think he's gonna get through everything. So he's just gonna kind of get what he can done. I'll show you what his inventory looks like so far after yesterday's work. And he's just kind of focusing on the sapphires this time around. He has a lot more like different ones to deal with, but for now, this is what he's working with. So that's Giles' day today. Let's wake Catherine up. It looks like little Miss Florence is awake, so let's deal with her. She's gonna do the taking care of Florence thing. Giles is gonna be cutting those gemstones, and that's not the most exciting thing to watch, so we will jump ahead to when Catherine invites over her family, because the Chapmans really want to see the new grandbaby. Alright, so the Chapmans are coming over. Not all of them are here yet. Thomas actually just kind of randomly showed up and came here, so whatever. He can be a part of the party too. He likes pulling pranks, so let's go ahead and prank Thomas. Oh, after he finishes smooching on Catherine. Oh man, and Florence's birthday is going to be tomorrow. I think her days flew by because she was born like right at 6, so she kind of aged up right as she was born, but that's okay. I will have to make sure to do a birthday party tomorrow for Florence. Oh, she's making some food for everyone. Wow. Good job, Catherine. What are you guys doing? Tossing a football outside? Alright. Giles needs some fun. That's fine. Arthur has some good connections. He might only be a yeoman, but he's like friends with Giles, which is surprising. Like best friends with Giles. Like what? Oh good, food's ready. Giles is pretty hungry, so we'll have them all kind of come get some food. Arthur's ready. Maybe. Be admired. Whoa. Catherine has 1 chemistry with Arthur, and she did actually roll a 1. You guys might have noticed that she wanted to woohoo with 3 Sims, which is definitely the romance sim in her, but I can definitely see Catherine being a sim who enjoys that kind of thing. So if she has an opportunity, I would not be surprised if she took it. But so far, she's not really had anyone at the moment. The closest so far has been Arthur, which is an option since he has commitment issues, so. Gosh, the topic of conversation is woohooing. Let's have Catherine come grab little Miss Florence here, and we'll take care of her, and she can bring her down and show Florence to everyone. Here you go, Arnold. Come look at your little grandbaby. Oh, they're so cute. Yes, that's your grandbaby. Little Florence. It's so cute. Let's see, Eleanor, you need to come meet your extended family here. Why don't you come talk to your new granddad? Seems like these two are getting along pretty well. Talking about some ale. How do you know about these things, Eleanor? Alright, well, it looks like the party is gonna be a good time, so we will go ahead and just jump into the morning. Today we're gonna actually follow Eleanor to class. We will meet her over at the cloister, where we can see kind of what she's been learning in school and see if there's any other Sims that she can hang out with and kind of get to know as she's learning. So let's go to do that. Alright, we are starting class for today. I think I have it set up correctly, so we'll see. This is the first time I've set up the female one, so. And we have little Miss Sybil is here. She's still doing the insane asylum part of her learning session, so, or of her random occurrence scenario. So let's see, school started, so maybe let's do begin teaching. Let's do that. Let's see if they all head over the way they should be. Do they go by themselves? It doesn't look like it. Come on, go to class. And we actually had a lot more females that are school eligible than I realized in Sapbury, so that's kind of nice. We have Mila, who just became a merchant class, so she's actually just now able and eligible to be at the cloister to learn. Have you guys played with the school system? What do you guys like to do with it? With a Simlogical school system, that is. Oh, Martha's listening. Eleanor's listening. There are some good students. Why does it not surprise me that Mila doesn't care about being a part of this? She's like, I only just now get to go to school, and this is weird. Her and Grace are not getting along in the background there. I can't believe Grace too. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Grace is like, she's got bigger problems than class, so she doesn't care about that either. Good job, Eleanor, finishing your homework. Oh, how cute. She's gonna be on that. Here, let's have Christine listen. Maybe Eleanor's doing a little speech. The burp in the microphone speech. Have you guys seen that before? Oh my gosh, I don't think I've seen a kid play with this. Eleanor, that is not appropriate behavior. Oh, now she was talking a little bit about queens. And there we go, Martha finished hers. Alright, well with that, I think we're getting a good idea of what Eleanor's day is. So let's go ahead, and I'm excited because it's Florence's birthday. So we will go ahead and get that started. Let's see if we can get the birthday cake going. I was a little bit slow on it, but we're not throwing a real party just because surprisingly Giles didn't want to throw one. He almost always has wanted to throw one, which is why we have been. So he's gonna just finish up his cutting of the gemstones there. We did invite over the Chapman household just because they are a part of the family. So even though it's not like an official birthday, we still have them here so they can be a part of that. But yeah, get that birthday going. I was definitely too slow on it, but that's okay. Nothing that's not unusual. The party, unfortunately, I didn't start getting anyone over until like 4, so even if I had tried to age her up early, no one would have been here, and it just would have not worked, so... Anyway, let's change her outfit here because that is not medieval. Okay, so here is little Miss Florence. She's got a nice pretty dress on. I figured she'd use the one, I think Eleanor had worn that one too when she was little, so she'll just follow along with that and wear that as well. Let's get the, we need the trait system now that she's old enough to have them. So let's go ahead and put that here. And we are going to add missing traits to Florence. And when we do it that way, she actually has a chance to inherit some of the traits that either Giles or Catherine have, which is why I like to do that at least for when they're toddlers. But let's see what little Miss Florence got. She's excitable and a slob. Okay. Nothing, yep, she didn't inherit any traits from her family, her parents, but that's okay. Florence wants to be tickled and played with. She wants to learn how to walk. We're gonna have Catherine just mess with her a little bit, but, oh, we might need a little chamber pot for Florence. There we go. So, Catherine brought a lot of the baby items from the Chapman household when she moved. But look, so Giles wants to teach Florence how to walk. How adorable is that? Oh, he's such a good dad. Catherine immediately moved on to make out with 3 different Sims. Oh, we need to look at her personality too. Okay, so we don't know Florence's one true hobby, but look at her personality. She's sloppy, which makes sense with the slob. She's kind of shy. She's very active and playful and nice. Let's see, anyone else? Okay, everyone else is kind of dancing. They're partying it up. Eleanor's jumping on her bed. Way too tired to do that, ma'am. Why don't you come get your needs dealt with and you can go to bed? Who's in the hot tub here? Oh, Martha's enjoying the hot tub. Understandable. With all this, I think they're gonna just wrap it up. Their needs are kind of... They need some help, so I will see you guys in the morning. Florence here woke up pretty early, so we'll have Catherine kind of help out. She's got the most amount of sleep compared to Giles, but she's really got to pee, so we're gonna try and get that done before she pees herself. Oh, they're best friends, yay! Oh. Yeah, Catherine's got a ton of experience with this, because if you remember, she had to deal with quadruplets at her house, so... She definitely knows how to care for little babies, for little toddlers. But yeah, so this is going to be Catherine's morning. And Giles is going to try and get as much gem cutting in as he can. So let's go ahead and jump to when Giles is done with that, because we'll see exactly how much money he ends up making today after selling everything that's been sitting out on the shelf, as well as the items that he cuts today. Alright, Giles has literally been slaving all day on this gemstone cutter, so that's kind of why I skipped ahead to the end of the day here. But you'll see Florence actually in the background just learned how to talk. She's still got to learn how to walk. She almost knows it, but Giles wants to be the one to teach her, so I'm going to let him kind of finish it off there. But I just wanted to show you all of his progress for today, because tomorrow will be tax day. He did not get through all of his gemstone cutting. You can see he's still got a ton of ore to go through. So one thing we might start doing is having Catherine help. She doesn't really have the skill yet to be able to refine gemstones. I think she needs to have, I can't remember if it's mechanical or body, I'll have to look at it again, but she doesn't have enough of whatever it is to be able to help, unlike Giles. So Giles has been trying to do all this solo, which obviously is a little more difficult, but let's look at what he has left here. So we have 2 whole shelves worth, plus almost a whole other shelf here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the emeralds up for now and just sell them in the morning, but let's see how much money he's going to make by selling it to the roaming jeweler, as we're calling it, for the sapphires, because they are probably going to be worth a decent amount since they've been appreciating in value. So let's go ahead and sell these. Dang, okay, so with just the sapphires, we're at 35,000 when we were at 28. So he just made 7 grand, and he'll probably make at least another couple thousand off of these emeralds, even though they haven't had as long of a, as much of a chance to appreciate and value. They're up a little bit early as usual because of the toddler yelling and screaming, so we'll get Giles to take care of Florence this time. He's best friends with her now too, yay. So both of them are now best friends with her. He's gonna actually work on teaching her to walk because she's just about there, and he's the one that wanted to actually teach her. So we'll make sure that he gets the opportunity to do that. So they owe 500 in rent for Mally and Gerard because Gerard and Mally are the ones who are helping with the mining business, and that's kind of their trade, is they don't really pay them, they just pay the rent for the land that they live on. So, and then they owe a 10% income tax, the 10% tithe, as well as 5,000 in rent just for being nobility, and then they actually owe 100 simoleon marriage license fee as well, which I've been forgetting that the last few rounds if you've noticed, so I'm gonna try and backtrack and make sure that those sims that didn't pay it are going to pay it since I totally spaced that. So whoops, did she just learn? Yes, Florence just learned how to walk, yay. So he gets the boost from that, and I'm gonna lock in the peekaboo. They can play that, I guess. Alright, so after that, they're at 40,000 when they were at 35, so that's another 5 grand for them, so that basically was their rent. After doing a quick calculation for it, the Clarks owe 7,930 simoleons. They're gonna go ahead and send that over, but I wanted to send a thank you to you guys and let you guys know I appreciate every single one of you that like to watch, and I will see you guys next week.